And we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello. Sorry it took us so long. There was a lot of stuff that we were trying to make sure we got done before we began the show properly. That being said, it is a moonless morning for us, or a moonless afternoon, I guess. Moon is out and about and unable to attend, but
In the wild.
in the wilds, and we wish them well. Hope they catch a Pokemon in the tall grass. That being said, though, welcome to Anime Church. Yes, it is the name of this show. No, we're not an actual church. Unless the government decides to
Not
start
yet.
collecting taxes from us, and then in that case, we're a church.
Oh, in which case, then we do what we can to be tax exempt.
That's what I'm saying. We're a religious organization centered around nerdy culture and Pokemon. So there you go. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Andresino.
Something.
Happy birthday. We're really glad you came. Happy birthday. Birthdays aren't so lame. No.
Woo!
No. After you're 21, birthdays start becoming lame. It's like,
Aww.
well,
After 25, or when you hit 25, though, that's when it's exciting because your insurance goes down.
Yeah.
let me know when that starts happening. That being said, yeah. Happy birthday coming up on Wednesday. Appreciate that. I am Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I'm Hoshi Nugget. You're none of Nuggies.
And I am Fender Saroon, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm so
We got a
used
lot
to
of
moon
stuff.
going.
Yeah, I know,
for me.
right? Yeah.
I'm just like, wait, I'm not hearing the moonlight.
You're not hearing the moon. Well, truthfully, no one hears the moon. They only see him.
Yeah.
The man on the moon. Hey, that's an interesting experiment we could try later. We can find out if the moon is in fact made of cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And if it is made of cheese, what kind of cheese?
Oh God, the cut kind. He's a farty boy.
Well, is it Gouda? Is it cheddar? Is it mozzarella?
We don't know. The world may never know.
Colby Jack.
All right. Yeah. So starting off, let's just jump right into the news because we got some stuff to talk about. If you can't tell from the title, there's a lot of gaming stuff going on. Some of which is like, it would be too much and the show would go on for too long. So we're going to have to talk about it next week. There are 2 live gaming things that are happening now. If the PC thing hasn't started yet, it will soon. And Xbox is still doing their showcase, apparently.
The PC one started.
We're going to talk about one thing from the Xbox showcase just to balance out and make sure that it's not all Nintendo-related news. Even though we did get the State of Play stuff, and we are going to talk about at least one thing from them. But yeah, to start off, Marvel Studios has dropped the teaser for another little tease for Fantastic Four, stating, hey guys, tickets are on sale. Doesn't give any new information, not really a lot of new footage, just some new lines. So they added some more audio. And no, see, there you go, Hoshi. Hold on. There, see? Daddy. They have a kid, so daddy.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So he's actual daddy in this one. Yeah. But yeah, this, from our understanding, this is a universe that takes place adjacent to the main MCU. And this one, everybody is speculating it's not going to end well. And that's how these characters end up in the MCU, is because their universe gets destroyed or something. Galactus does something. I don't know, but it could be that that's how we get the RDJ's Doctor Doom in the main MCU. But basically, this is just a nice little teaser to show you that, hey, tickets are on sale. And probably the only really new thing right here is this little scene where he reveals the spacesuits and then Johnny is just 100% Johnny. It still trips me out on 2 counts. This is Eddie from Stranger Things, who apparently apparently we need to watch that, Fenris. We need to just sit down and have a watch along of that, because people are saying, I've already had people get mad at me because they're like, wait, how are you such a D&D nerd and you haven't even seen season 4? The best moment in Stranger Things, like where he puts on a metal concert and is
I've yet to watch
so
it at
that they
all.
can go after Vecna, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
Who's that?
That's the most 80s
Yeah, I
thing I've
haven't
ever
seen
heard.
any of it, and honestly, it's one of those shows that does not interest me.
Oh, you don't like horror?
I
Wait,
do. It's
it's
just I've
horror?
watched the trailers for it, and I'm just like, eh.
Oh yeah, the trailers don't really do. Some of the trailers really don't do it justice. Uh it does have kind of a Goonies feel to it. So if you're into Goonies, that kind of
Oh.
helps.
Really?
Still never
Uh,
seen it.
But also it doesn't primarily focus on the kids, so it's not like a full Goonies fest. And as the kids get older, it does.
So
I think it's a like some very good writing, especially for Netflix. Very good
so
writing.
in a way, it's
But
like
yeah.
Goonies and It.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. The reason I'm hesitant to bring up it is because Finn Wolfhard was in it after season 2 of Stranger Things came out. It kind of was the resurgence of like that kind of stuff. I'd say the best way to describe Stranger Things is it's very 80s. And if you're not into 80s stuff, absolutely understand. Don't watch this show. Like if you were repulsed by 80s stuff, especially early 80s stuff, yeah. Like season 2 is the very height of 1984. The Ghostbusters just came out, and that's why they're in their Ghostbusters outfits or whatever. But yeah. But, this is the guy that played Eddie in season 4, and I'm used to seeing him with long, dark, wavy hair. And it still throws me off when I find out he's British. Because I'm so used to him speaking with an American accent. So, but he's doing good as Johnny Storm. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, tickets are available. We've got a thing or two to say about that in a moment. I don't really have anything else on this. I was just like, oh, neat little teaser. Tickets are out. That's it. That's all I got for this one. Okay. Nobody else has anything they want to add? And I'm down with that.
Yay.
Guys, let's talk about it. John Campea went on a fucking rant. And is it safe to say that all of us here appreciate and agree with his rant?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you that haven't been to a movie theater in a while, they play commercials now. Fucking ads. I did not know that I needed to get a VPN and an ad block before I go into a fucking movie theater. Isn't popcorn already expensive enough? Haven't you guys dragged enough money from me? You're stealing what's out of my wallet. Now you're stealing my fucking time? Well, John Campea has had enough, he says. This comes after an article was released stating that AMC is going to play more ads, even though attendance has been down year over year in all theaters, not just the one. Not just the one chain. It's overall. And do you think, Fenris, do you think that maybe part of that bargaining contract, the reason why so many people are going less and less to the theaters might have something to do with the fact that they started playing ads?
Totally not.
No. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I figured it was a reach. But all right. So here's the thing. Here's the social contract. You pay, depending on where you go. You could pay anywhere between $15 to $17 a ticket for one single ticket to go see a movie. Okay. You paid the thing. Fair enough. All right. You're going to go and you're going to get some overpriced popcorn and an overpriced drink and some overpriced candy, whatever. So at this point, with one person, you have spent roughly $25 to $30. That's a lot of money. $30 can get you a week's worth of food easy. I'm just going to keep it in terms of
I wouldn't say
kitchen
easy
table.
nowadays.
No, easy, because I know how to shop cheap. Easy. If you know how to be thrifty and you can shop cheap, yeah, easy. That's I was being kind and not saying it got you a month's worth of ramen, because it does.
That's accurate.
Yeah. So, not everybody buys the regular priced or expensive shit. Some of us go for the cheap crap. Anyway,
I just bought a 5-pack of ramen from Menards, a fucking hardware store, for $1.25.
my point being, you could get more food to feed you over a longer period of time than spending all that money for like a couple hours at the movie theater. So, you're already making an investment with your time and your money, and you're expecting something in return. And instead, you have to sit through 30 minutes of commercials and a couple of trailers sprinkled in. Most of the time, those trailers you've already watched multiple times on YouTube, and you're sick of the trailer. The only difference is the sound design is better when you're in a theater. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
That being said, after this 30 minutes, by the way, that's at the movie start time on your ticket. That's not, hey, the movie starts at this time after all the, after all the stuff is run. No, this is when we start showing you commercials. And there are people that say, hey, that's just part of the movie-going experience. No, it's not. I should not have to sit through 30 minutes of fucking car commercials before I see my goddamn movie. I paid. I bought into this. You don't get to sell me shit afterwards. I paid to be here. My time has been paid for. My seat has been paid for. And you're going to continue to waste it? Who the fuck do you think you are? That is essentially the gist of what John went through and said. But if they get rid of ads before the movie, how will I know which company can save me 50% on my home and auto insurance? That is a very good question, Apathy. I am so glad you asked that. And here's how you do it. Turn off ad block. That's literally it. That's all. You can see that online, and it's a much better viewing experience, if I do say so myself. Because you can rewind and fast forward and all those fun little things. But so that being said, he detests this, and he says, as one of his things, fuck their overpriced foods. Because that's generally how movie theaters make their money, and he usually advocates for that. He's like, hey, if you're going to spend all this money on a ticket and they're going to waste your time, do not buy their overpriced food, overpriced snacks and shit. Now, there are exceptions. Certain theaters where they actually cook and serve you your food during the movie. That's not a time waster. That's a time saver, if anything. And there are certain for independent films, go support those. But there are also certain chains that don't show like a heaping crap ton of ads. Yeah, this is going to drive more people to the streaming services. Absolutely. So, for those small mom and pop chains, please continue to support those theaters and buy their concessions if they're decent. But that overall, if you go to like one of these big chains, fuck their concessions. That was kind of the point that he was putting it at. He was like, hey, if they're going to waste your time, they don't get any more of your money. They don't get another penny. Now he's going to advocate for another thing. I want you to listen, because this is the most eloquent way I've ever heard somebody advocate piracy.
Somebody else who deserves it more. The second thing I want to address that I put in there is the fact that I abhor piracy. I abhor it. Contrary to how people try to self-justify and say it's not really stealing, yes, it is. We've proven that it is stealing. It's stealing. But you know what? I ain't gonna tell people not to do it anymore. I'm not saying I'm encouraging it. I'm just telling people I'm not gonna tell them not to do it anymore. You know why? Because these fucking movie theaters keep stealing our time. They're stealing from us. Now, independent filmmaker goes out and makes DVDs like our good friend John Schnepp did. Don't go pirate that stuff. Don't do that. I'm going to keep telling people not to do that to independents and people who make their own movies. Don't do that. And I'm not telling you to pirate anything. Let me be clear. But I'm just simply saying, Rob, I ain't going to discourage anybody anymore. Because if they're going to steal from you, who am I to tell you not to reciprocate? Who am I telling you? Who am I to tell you not to retaliate? Again, I'm not encouraging.
Piracy isn't hurting movie theaters, though. It's hurting studios and filmmakers.
It could hurt. Look, but again, they're kind of part of a systemic problem of how high the price.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I think I may have gone a little too far ahead.
Yeah, you went too far ahead.
Yeah, I did.
To attend your locations, yet you insist on continuously eroding the experience we get.
In fact, you know what? I want to get him to read the whole thing because this is beautiful. So he writes a letter to the social, he writes a comment about this to AMC, and I want you guys to feel this.
The following. Dear AMC Theaters, in light of your recent announcement that you'll be adding more ads on your screens after the advertised movie time, thus wasting more of my time that I paid you to have in your movie theater without giving me more value for that money, I have decided to recoup that money by no longer buying any of your overpriced popcorn, soda, or candy at any of your concession stands. By my estimation, I spend roughly $25 per visit at the concession stand. That's my own stupid fault. That's my own fault. I spend roughly $25 per visit at the concession stand between my wife and I. Given how often I visit, I'm estimating I spend around $200 a month there, maybe upwards of $2,400 a year. That makes me feel stupid when I look at that number, but probably about $2,400
To be fair,
a year I spend at your concession stands.
To be fair, as a movie critic, he has to go to the movie theaters a lot. So, yeah, kind of understandable a bit. I'm complaining about $25 in concessions. I've only done that twice this entire year. Year's almost halfway done.
That won't be happening anymore. I hope forcing me as a single individual to watch another commercial is worth that $2,400 to you. Your theaters charge a premium for moviegoers to attend your locations, yet you insist on continuously eroding the experience we get for that premium. Therefore, I will also be highly recommending my fellow moviegoers to bypass your concession stands from now on. If you want to steal time away from us, then we should reciprocate by keeping our money away from you. I will also no longer try to dissuade my fellow moviegoers from piracy. It has been said that if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. Well, I would add, if paying a premium price doesn't get you a premium experience, find a cheaper way to get your premium experience.
And there it is. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit. So that is literally kind of what is happening. They are killing themselves by adding more ads before going, before the movie starts to play in your movie theater. And that's bullshit. And I agree with what John is saying here. And I think we kind of all do. But I want to give a chance for for Hoshi and Fenris to comment on this, because we did watch this. We pre-watch to make sure that we at least have a good idea about the topics we're going to cover. So, Fenris, Hoshi, if you guys want to chime in here or just vent, go for it.
I can't say anything else because the way he expresses it is so good that there's nothing else for me to touch on.
He's so eloquent and articulate about it too. I was like, man, you are so nice in this, John. There would be at least another 10 motherfuckers in that if I'd wrote it. If I had written this, it would have had at least 10 motherfuckers dropped in it. You'd have think Samuel L. Jackson was proofreading my shit. But to follow up, Hoshi, any thoughts? Hoshi, you there?
I'm here. Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Do you have
Can you
any
hear me?
follow-up thoughts?
Hello.
I think there's a delay.
I mean, he
Okay.
said it as brilliantly as anyone could put it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, and last but not least, let's let him finish his
Like,
statement.
Yeah.
I was proud to have worked with AMC. Now you are a joke and an embarrassment. Instead of enticing moviegoers back to the theaters with a better experience, you tax the remaining faithful moviegoers with higher prices and diminished experiences. Your tombstone will read, "Death by suicide."
God. That is the most eloquent fuck you I've ever heard. That was beautiful. And yeah, just quick thank you to John for standing up for the rest of us. Yeah. All right, that being said, I'm going to move on to other topics. One Piece Lego set. There we go. Hoshi, want to cover this?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me find it. Wait, what?
Lego announces One
AMC,
Piece
YouTube
sets.
Loves ads. Dark Heresy. Xbox. Ah, there it is. Had to find it.
It's up at the very, very top.
I found it. I just have to open up the thing now.
Okay.
Aha. All right. All right. Lego announces One Piece sets. The Straw Hat crew must have eaten the Lego fruit. That. I love that. The Lego fruit.
Did they do stop motion? Oh my god, they did stop
All right,
motion with
The One Piece Huh?
Oh,
Probably.
yeah, our timing is off. My bad.
All right. Oh no! Hold on. Let me try something.
Now we're giant. Fenris. We are giant. No, we're back to being small. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, that's at least
Better?
the delay is only 2 seconds instead of like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The call and response delay is 2 seconds
Oh,
now
no.
instead of 5 or 6
no.
seconds. Can they not hear? Can you not hear us? Hello?
Did they fix it? I can
Hello?
hear you.
Okay.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Stop saying hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's like an echo.
I'm testing calls and response
okay, good.
here.
Making sure.
But yeah. Okay. I'm going to say a thing.
Lego fruit.
I'm going to say a thing and then I want you to say now when you hear it. Okay? Here we go. Apples.
Okay. Now.
Takes 4 seconds. There's a 4-second delay before when I say something till she hears it on or you hear it on Discord. Sorry.
That's weird.
It is. It's so weird.
That's weird.
It's spreading from AMC to Fat Dog now. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's like a 4-second delay before I say it and you hear it. That's so weird. Anyway,
Why
go
are you
ahead.
doing this?
Because stupid reasons. That's why. Go ahead and read the thingy.
Okay. I can hear the. I'm gonna stop watching the live for a second because I could hear the video playing. Anyway, the One Piece franchise announced that the iconic manga, anime, and now live action series will receive the Lego treatment on Thursday, and pre orders have already begun. Netflix notes that these sets are for the first season of the live action One Piece series. The sets include the Lego One Piece Windmill Village Hut, Buggy the Clown Circus Tent, Battle at Arlong Park, the Going Merry Pirate Ship, and the Barati?
Baratier, but yeah.
Baratai? Baratier
Hi, problem. I'm
floating restaurant
Fenris.
along with the brick. Brick A,
Sup, I'm your problem now.
the
Hi,
Monkey
problem.
D. Luffy figure, and Buggy the Clown figure. Hi, problem. The sets and figures are set to release on August 1st, with pre-orders beginning on June 5th. Sets will cost between $9.99 to $329.99. That is a lot of money.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
gosh.
Is it life size? Jesus.
If it was life size, I'm sure that you'd be adding two or three zeros to the end of that.
1-to-1 scale. Anyway.
Lego will also run several in-store One Piece themed activities starting on August 1st. Activities include the Lego One Piece Gum Gum Fruit Make and Take, collect a Lego One Piece passport stamp, collect a Lego One Piece straw hat headband, and Lego One Piece minifigure factory. Chin.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
75,000?
Associate design leader on.
No, okay, it's 1,300 pieces. I was like,
Yeah,
On
no, that's
Lego
the
One Piece
that's
set,
the
bringing this-
item number.
okay.
Said bringing the Straw Hat Pirates in Lego brick form to fans worldwide has been a dream assignment. I've always been a big fan of the story of One Piece, and it is so exciting to work on with a team on building all the details for some of our favorite locations and scenes in the live-action Netflix show to brick form. I cannot wait for fans of both the Lego Group and One Piece to get their hands on these sets and start charting their own courses into the Grand Line.
Oh, Amy,
Josh
we
Simon,
know.
Vice President of Consumer Products at Netflix. What?
Chat. I
What?
was responding in chat. Saying Legos are no joke. There's too much of a
okay.
delay, so I just realized, shit. And, like, yep, never mind.
I'm sorry.
It's not, I don't know whose fault it is. I don't think it's any individuals. I just blame Discord.
Yeah, it's always Discord's fault.
Yeah.
Added, it's an incredible opportunity for Netflix and the Lego Group to deliver something so meaningful and authentic to One Piece fans around the world. The overwhelming feedback received from when we first teased the line was phenomenal. It is clear that this was a collection of fans that have been waiting for a very long time. We're thrilled to bring fan favorite moments from both the franchise and the Netflix series in this collection and deliver a grand adventure for Straw Hat fans around the world.
Alrighty. Moving on. Fenris, this was your topic, I believe.
Yes. So if AMC wasn't bad enough, now we have YouTube. YouTube is adding more ads to its cheaper subscription plan just months after launching it in the United States. Earlier in 2025, YouTube revealed Premium Lite, a cheaper version of its traditional premium service with less bells and whistles than its more expensive counterpart. While YouTube Premium completely removes ads, gives users access to YouTube Music, background play, and more, Premium Lite only removes ads when watching non-music videos. Well, subscribers of Premium Lite have reportedly been receiving emails from the Google-owned platform informing them that this is going to change and they're going to start getting ads on even more content. In late May, a user on twit.community forum revealed an email that they received about the incoming ads. We are writing to let you know that beginning June 30th, 2025, ads may appear on Shorts, in addition to music content and when you search or browse. Most videos will continue to remain ad-free. This was backed up by the German website Deskmodder, which shared an email they had received from the platform containing the same info. Premium Lite subscribers pay significantly less than the $13.99 a month fee for the main plan, with Lite only costing $7.99 a month. For users who watch a lot of shorts, this could be a big enough change to force them to upgrade to the standard premium offering. Meanwhile, the Google-owned platform has continued to find new ways to implement ads. In 2024, the site added ads to pause screen. Not only that, but many users have reportedly encountered an abundance of extreme and sexualized ads and claim the platform has refused to take action. In May, YouTube revealed plans to use AI to insert commercials when users are the most emotionally invested in a video.
Fuck that.
So,
I already thought it was bad. I already thought it was bad that I was looking for a new mouse pad and then I got an ad that popped up for like anime mouse pads, and one of them was Klee, and I'm like, that's a fucking child in Genshin Impact on
yep.
this mouse pad, and it was a sexualized one, and I'm like, that's not okay.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Oh, are we no longer like not delayed?
No,
guess
it doesn't
not.
sound like there's a delay now.
Oh, did you stop watching my screen share?
For a moment, and then I rewatched it again.
That may be why.
Do you want me to stop watching the screen share?
I'm just gonna stop screen sharing
I mean-
in general because there's no reason now.
Yeah.
It was just for the
But-
John Campia thing that I was screen sharing for. Now you should be able to hear me clearly, right?
I mean, I was hearing you like clearly. I guess mine was delayed.
No.
a bit.
I mean, like without. There's no delay now. So.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello.
So
There you
Apples.
go.
shorts are the stupidest
One.
thing to put ads on. The ads
Yeah.
are going to be
They
longer than the
are.
actual short itself.
That's what I was saying. If your ad is longer than the clip that you're checking out, you know you fucked up. Jesus. Okay.
And then they had the AI bullshit where they're going to put ads while you're
Yes.
quote unquote the most emotionally invested in a video.
Also, I
Motherfucker,
wanna-
if I see an ad when I'm emotionally invested, I'm dropping the video.
I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead and show you guys what YouTube looks like for me when I put ad blocker on. All right, so that's ad blocker off. Let's go back to ad blocker off. Oh, it finally loaded again. Okay, so it got updated. It fixed. I could turn ad block back on. It used to be that it would load absolutely nothing if I had my ad blocked
I
on.
know. I was there troubleshooting with you that day, trying to figure out
Yeah.
what the fuck was happening.
It was so good. It was so good. All right, so yeah, that's fixed. Thank God, because I have ad block. I have like ad block premium. Like I pay for my ad block. It's like $2 a month, dude. I'm not missing that. But yeah, I'm paying to support them. Like they're like, ad block is free, but if you'd like to help support us, and I'm like, no, you're an essential service as far as I'm concerned. Here's my $2. Yeah. Absolutely essential service. I do not mind. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm very annoyed by this for other people. Like I've only had to deal with ads for a couple of days because I had to turn my ad block off a couple of days ago. And make no mistake, YouTube is constantly doing and working on things. Like that's when they want the humans to actually get to work over at Google on YouTube, is to stop ad blocking. That's their highest priority right now, it seems. Fuck their messed up copyright system. Never mind their rampant algorithm going nuts and shadow banning people. Oh no, let's fix this advertising issue. This ad block thing. That is the. So I mean, my whole thing is like, I wish there was a really really good alternative to YouTube, so I could just say fuck YouTube. You know what the best thing would be? You know what the best advertisement for such a thing would be? We're YouTube, but with actual people. That'd be it. That'd be it right there. That's how you sell it. Like we're like YouTube, but we have actual people that work here. Biggest fuck you to YouTube. We don't depend on an algorithm. Like, hey guys, sorry to say, this is what it is. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Oh yeah, Warhammer 40K dropped a new trailer for Dark Heresy. Now this is not the same thing as the Horus Heresy from last time. It's partially animated and partially like the game. The game footage looks very Borderlands esque. If in the style, it's the Borderlands style is what I'm looking at. But yeah, this is just development footage, pretty early preview. Especially when I saw that scene just a second ago with the I don't know what species that is, but that looks very Borderlands to me. It just does. Uh, um, so I kind of wish Moon was here to talk more about this. Who else has the expensive hobby and would like to talk about it?
I have an expensive hobby, but not Warhammer.
Alcohol doesn't count.
Well,
That's not a hobby. That's a
no,
lifestyle.
no. It's yeah, it's a lifestyle. But I was referring to Gunpla, and soon
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
soon
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
the Gundam version of
Yeah, yeah,
Warhammer.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
I'll be right back.
Gunpla. Basically Robo 40K. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the grim dark future, there is nothing but war. No, that's very true for Gundam too. Yeah. I don't know. This is coming out for multiple uh systems. It's gonna be on Epic. It's gonna be on Steam, PS5, Xbox. Notice Nintendo's not there. Yeah. But yeah, so cool. You can wishlist it. I don't have a lot to say right now because I don't know specifically what this is about. I just know it's 40K related, and we have 40K. We have a 40K person, or we typically do.
Typically, yes.
So sorry, Moon. I cut this short. All right, let's talk about it. This is the one thing from today that we're going to talk about because this was revealed today. The Xbox handheld is a new, more powerful Asus ROG Ally. The new Xbox ROG Ally comes in two variations and a native Xbox app. Xbox announced two Asus ROG Xbox Ally variations during the summer 2025 Xbox Games Showcase, or literally about 2.5, 3 hours ago, they announced this. Both of which include more powerful AMD processors and a native Xbox app, among other things. Both Xbox handhelds will launch in the holiday 2025 window, though Xbox didn't mention pricing during the reveal. The ROG Xbox Ally comes with an AMD Ryzen Z2 Extreme GPU, 25 gigabits of RAM, and 1 terabyte onboard storage. The standard ROG Xbox Ally comes with AMD Ryzen 2A, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and 512 gigabytes of onboard storage, so basically half a gig. The ROG Xbox Ally comes with native Xbox app, a native Xbox app that lets you access your Xbox games and cloud libraries, and you can swap between associated apps as well, such as Discord, Battle.net, and other leading PC storefronts, Xbox said in an Xbox Wire post. Hey, look at that. They're not trying to sell you a shit ton of other unnecessary accessories because they understand that people game on Discord. Look at that. Discord support. How interesting. Now,
Ooh.
I've already made this joke, but it is actually kind of true. If this system drops and the early stuff doesn't have stick drift, they've already beaten the Switch 2. Because we're already getting reports from people about the Switch 2 having stick drift issues because they never fixed it. Anyway, the news comes after Xbox console games began showing up in the Xbox PC app, prompting speculation about Xbox's long rumored plans of creating a single platform that lets you access your Xbox games from console and PC, and potentially from Steam as well. It's also in line with Xbox's recent push to make accessing Xbox Studio games easier by publishing them on non-Microsoft platforms, such as putting Forza Horizon 5 and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on PS5. Really? Those are the titles? Not Gears of War and Halo coming to PlayStation? That's like for people who grew up in the console war era of the 2000s and the early 20 teens, this is like the biggest shock ever that like Halo and Gears are gonna be on PlayStation. It's like it almost feels sacrilege, but we like it. Polygon previously reported on leaked images of an Xbox handheld that appeared in the FCC filings. The images in the official filings showed what was essentially just a black Asus ROG Ally, but with an Xbox button included. It turns out that leak was mostly correct, though the ROG Xbox Ally includes a few additional features as well, such as longer hand grips that more closely resemble a standard Xbox controller, and impulse triggers. Xbox introduced impulse triggers with the Xbox One, individual motors that can be programmed to vibrate at specific points during gameplay. I'm sure hentai fans on Steam will be happy with that.
Yes, we will.
God damn it. All right. Guys, what do you think about this? I know there's not a lot of information really to go off of.
I mean, they just announced it today, so yeah, there's not going
Yeah.
to be much information.
But as time
Yeah.
goes on and we get more and more info on this, right now I feel like I'm kind of cautiously optimistic on this. It's kind of, I want to wait and see how they kind of go about this. The more information that gets revealed, the more optimistic or pessimistic I'll get. And of course, price is going to be a thing. But like, here's my thing. For everybody that was hating, for anybody that thinks that we're hating on the Switch 2 because of the price of the Switch 2, not true. We all actually agreed that the price of the Switch 2 seemed about right for what it was.
It aligns with modern day consoles price wise.
It aligns with modern day consoles, considering a lot of the gear. So it's basically like you got a console version of what the PS5 and the Xbox Series whatever is at right now. They're 5 years
Technology
late to the game.
wise, it's about the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 tech.
Yeah. They're getting close, but they're still behind. They're like, we're creating and innovating, and it's like, in some ways yes, in some ways no. But that being said, it does sound like things are going very handheld right now. And that's not a bad thing. I think this is pretty cool and neat and innovative. I like my Switch. I think if I had a Steam Deck, I'd be down with that too. But, you know, it is what it is. I can't typically play mods on my Steam Deck, I don't think. So, not sure how that goes. So, I remain predominantly PC because I like my mods. Other than that, but I do have consoles. I have a Switch and I have a PS5 here, and that's the only reason I don't have Xbox stuff is because I can play my Xbox games on my PC with Game Pass. Also, my brother has the whole Xbox thing covered. He's like predominantly Xbox with a little bit of PC from time to time. So that's where we're at. Any other thoughts on this particular reveal from Xbox before we move on to Nintendo?
Honestly, this makes me feel like I might get something Xbox related again.
Right? Oh man, Xbox has kind
Yes,
of been on a roll.
depending on the price point.
Xbox has been kind of on a roll lately with backwards compatibility and pushing for crossplay, I gotta give them that. Those are things that they have been pushing, and honestly, as a consumer, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Hoshi, any thoughts?
Cool.
Okay, good stuff.
I'm just gonna hold my breath.
Oh, yeah, you and everybody else. Uh, no, the thing that we were mad about with Nintendo is a lot of their terms of service, a lot of their you don't own your games when you buy them, even if you get a physical copy. Oh, by the way, the physical copy, you still have to download it online as if it were a digital copy. And
Yeah,
yeah.
because the
Oh,
physical cartridge is just a game key.
also, you don't own your console anymore either. Like, you don't physically own your console. We can do whatever the fuck we want with it. Like, it's this
Yeah,
mentality that has been slowly pervading and making things worse.
yeah.
Good old no fun Nintendo. Exactly. It's like, our games are fun. Too bad your company isn't. All right. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour interactive exhibit game streams overview trailer. Nintendo began streaming. Also, is it just me, or is this feeling more and more like light novel titles as we keep going into the Nintendo debacle?
I mean, they are a Japanese company,
They
so
get longer and
it
longer,
makes
and
sense.
I guess they're trying to compensate. Nintendo began streaming an overview trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour interactive exhibit game for Nintendo Switch 2 on Wednesday. It's a game that is just a tour. Jesus. All right, anyway. Will launch on Thursday, the same release date as the Switch 2 console, as a paid game. You have to pay as a paid digital game to do the Welcome Tour. You have to pay for the fucking Welcome Tour. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour allows players to virtually walk on a Switch 2 console and learn about its various features, such as the magnetic Joy-Con 2 controllers and mouse controls. Players can explore 12 different areas in the game. There are also many games and tech demos that highlight features of the system, such as speed golf with mouse and gyroscope controls. Hidden stamps indicate the different parts of the console as well. The video previews the Switch 2's mouse controls with the Joy-Con, the improved HD rumble, and others with the 20 mini games available. Guys, the only way I would consider getting a Switch 2 right now is if it came with like a Wii Sports thing that when my parents come over, they could play that. That's it. That's the only reason I have for wanting to get a Switch 2 right now. There is this mentality that has been pervading with Nintendo for the last couple of years is just doing nothing but pissing me off. Yeah, I just don't see a justification. Okay, so EC played Mario Kart World. Is that the cheap one, or was that $80? Like, how much did whoever that paid for it pay for that game, or did they get like the bundle? Because the bundle, it kind of makes sense, but like the outright pay, does it feel like an $80 game as opposed to a $60 game? I guess is my question. Feel free to hit me up with that one in the chat. We're going to move on to the next part. Nintendo outlines Switch 2 Nintendo Online benefits in a video. Oh my god. Nintendo released a new video on Wednesday to explain the benefits Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo Online Plus expansion pack paid members have, including new benefits with the new Switch 2 console. Those who have a membership on the Switch will be able to carry over that membership to the Switch 2. Well, there's at least one bit of good news. There's a tiny pinprick of light in this sea of darkness. Those who have the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership will get access to upgrade packs for the Nintendo Switch 2 versions of games such as Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. These members will have access to DLC for select games for free. Oh, good. You don't just have to pay for all of that. But that's only for those who pay for the Uber membership. Again, kids, it's all about the money. Other benefits for the Switch 2 only include using the new game chat feature using the Switch 2 controllers. Those who have a Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership will also have access to GameCube games in addition to Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, and Sega Genesis games. The overall membership, regardless of member type or system, includes online playability, access to classic Nintendo games, access to member only games, access to Nintendo Music, and ability to cloud save data. Fenris, do you want to translate for the normies why I'm making these frustrated noises?
Let's see here.
How best to translate what I just said from this article into like commoner speak?
That's tough. I never had to translate into commoner speak when I worked at Slave Stop. 'Cause I dealt with gamers. Best way I can try to translate it is you're paying to save your games
Yeah, that's
and be
kind of
able to
what it is.
download them on a different console.
Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, okay, if you had to pay? Remember the PS2 era where you had the little save cards? PS2, and did they have that in the PS3 era? No, PS3 got rid of it.
Yep.
Okay, so PlayStation 2, you had the little memory cards, right? Imagine that you had to pay to save on your memory card so you could take it over to a buddy's console where they have the same game and put your memory card in and pick up from where you left off. Every time you save, you have to pay. That's kind of the feeling here.
Yep.
Also, EC says they paid the equivalent of $80 for it separately. It does feel like a full-priced game, and the new controller does feel good, but it's still behind visually. I also played the upgraded Breath of the Wild. Fun to see in 60 FPS, 4K, etc., but it's just a shame it took until now to bloody see it. I mean, I'm going to be controversial here. I don't think it actually matters if it's going from 30 to 60 FPS or 4K. None of that fucking matters for that game. The game is a visual spectacle regardless. I'm sure it's nicer and shinier and all these other things, but dude, I don't give a fuck. You're just spitting numbers at me that I don't really give a shit about. I'm going to stick with my Switch and I'm going to play it on my wall. My projector gives a much better experience with that. So, yeah. Also, I mean, it doesn't feel like I should pay for an upgrade to get to HD on something, you know? Like, there was a noticeable difference between SD and HD, but both are technically HD. It's just one's 30 frames per second, the other 60 frames per second. And I'll be completely honest, I don't notice the difference. I just don't.
Some people can't, some people can.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that being said, I guess I'm one of the can't. Fenris, this is your story. You know you're talking about it. There was no way I was going to bring up Resident Evil around you and be like, Fenris, you're not talking Resident Evil. No.
Yes.
All right. Have
Obviously,
So-
I am.
So, Friday, Summer Games Fest. We had two different interactions with the voice actress of Lady Dimitrescu. First one was a congratulations and all that. Second one was a happy birthday or happy 30th anniversary to Resident Evil. where Jun Takuchi, the executive producer of the Resident Evil franchise, said that they needed extra time to show us any reveal or trailer for Resident Evil 9. Motherfucker lied to us. The very last thing at Summer's Game Fest they released was this trailer. And let me tell you, hearing the audience lose their fucking shit
I want to
when
see
this
that.
started playing.
I want to see. I want to see what the audience reaction to this was. Yeah, I do want to get that. Also, it's funny that I never looked up anybody's reaction to the RE9 video dropping, so I'm gonna have to check out the reactions for RE9's trailer reveal.
So, but this game, the character on screen right now, that is Grace Ashcroft, daughter of Outbreak and Outbreak File number 2 survivor Alyssa Ashcroft. Which means Capcom has finally canonized the Outbreak series.
And this is going to heavily feature Raccoon City once again.
Oh, that's what the reveal trailer is showing, but we don't know how much of the game's actually gonna be in Raccoon City. As the hotel they're talking about and the map that you saw at Grace's desk
Mm-hmm.
showcase that most of the incidents that she's been reporting on take place in California.
Okay.
And Raccoon City is a Midwestern town. Some believe it is in Colorado.
Yeah.
Because I remember way back in the day, early
Also-
2000s.
Also, I believe Tall Oaks was supposed to be Colorado as well.
I think so.
Mhm.
But way back in the day, in the early 2000s, Raccoon City was actually on Google Maps in Colorado, and then it just mysteriously disappeared.
Oh, of course it did. They bombed it.
Um, I just found it hilarious. I still remember it because I was so excited
Man, I
planning a
remember.
trip with my friends to go out there in high school.
Man, Raccoon City was the bomb. But
But yes, as you can see, Grace wakes up upside down. It looks like she got shot or stabbed, some type of wound that got bandaged. There's a lot of speculation right now that the hooded man that you see in the trailer could potentially be Leon. We don't know yet. There's
those
just
rumors about Leon and Jill could still be feasible. There's Raccoon City.
they could still be feasible. Yes, this right here is Raccoon City. It was not nuked in this canon in the canon of the remakes.
It was.
It was a
bombed.
thermobaric. It was a thermobaric bomb.
Mhm.
Every iteration of the Raccoon City incident has a different type of destruction. If you look at Outbreak File number 1 and File number 2, the city was carpet bombed. If you look at the retelling or the reimagining, it was a thermobaric. If you look at Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, that was in fact a nuke. If you look at the end of the original Resident Evil 2, you don't see Raccoon City getting destroyed, even though Leon, Sherry, and Claire escaping the underground facility on the train happens the same morning that Raccoon City is annihilated.
Mm.
And then, of course, if you watch, I believe it's Degeneration in the beginning of it, I believe they also mentioned that it was a nuclear strike.
Gotcha.
So, but yes, coming out February 27th, I was not expecting them to give a release date with the teaser trailer.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Guess what just got announced 2 hours ago?
What?
Grounded 2.
Oh, God damn it.
Nice. I'm excited. Also,
Hopefully the servers are fucking stable.
Jurassic World 3 or Jurassic Evolution, the Dino Park thing. They're making a third one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
Jurassic
excited.
World Evolution 3.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yes, there's so much unknown about this trailer and this game so far. We still have about 8 months until it releases, so of course, we're going to hear back. I know there is a gaming convention in August that there's going to be a playable demo at per Jeff Keighley,
Mm. Okay, so
and
now I'm
I'm
seeing Maximilian Dude and Blind Wave, and there's one trailer crowd reaction. That's what I was looking forward to.
yeah,
Ah. Bu- 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 There's also breakdown videos for it already, which I'm
yes,
looking
there's
forward
a
to.
lot of breakdown videos. The one channel I will trust above all else
Uh
for
huh.
anything Resident Evil related is, of
Residents
course,
of Evil.
yes, the Residents of Evil.
That's the only one I've
JJ and
seen
his
so
team
far.
are fantastic. I've been following that channel since the first year of its conception, and
Okay,
they have never once let me down with Resident Evil information.
let's
I would
continue
love to
on.
sit down and just talk with them about not just the lore, but about the specifics like the virology, the biochemistry, like get into the nitty-gritty, nerdy shit
Mm.
nobody else really talks about.
All right, let's keep going. We still got at least one. Oh no, this is the end of the gaming block. Oh god, we're gonna have such a huge gaming block next week. Holy shit. Okay, so on to anime. The operator of a legal webtoon site, OKToon, has been sentenced to 3 years in prison. The operator of OKToon, a major illegal webtoon piracy site, has been sentenced to prison by a South Korea court. On May 26th, the Daejeon District Court sentenced the defendant, identified as A, to 3 years in prison and ordered a forfeiture of about $510,000 US for violating copyright law. A was found guilty of operating several piracy platforms, including OKToon, which illegally distributed hundreds of thousands of Webtoon files, as well as the illegal video streaming sites Nunu TV, and TV Wiki. The sites offered unauthorized access to a vast amount of copyrighted content for domestic and international streaming services and Webtoon publishers. The team seized the domains of Nunu TV, TV Wiki, and OKToon, redirecting access routes to a domain seizure notice page, effectively preventing the transmission or distribution of unauthorized copied works. Now, here's the thing. I know this is going to be kind of a whiplash take here. After hearing my impassioned rant along with John Campia, I'm on board with this. This is just straight up theft. They're not they they are not charging like tens of thousands of dollars from all of us in order to read this content. We are not getting our time taken away. It is optional whether we want to read this content or not, or pay for this content or not. So, I'm 100% on board with them getting caught, captured, tried, and sentenced. That's my thing here. I am celebrating this form of piracy uh, uh, getting punished. That's the best way to
Yes.
put it. Yep. And now I turn it over to Hoshi and to Fenris to get their thoughts. Go for it. What you say?
I'm in the same boat as you. Like, there's a big difference between movie theaters fucking us over on,
Mm-hmm.
not just ticket prices, but concessions and, you know, making us wait a half hour, 45 minutes to even start the movie versus manga getting pirated.
Yeah, exactly.
Big ass difference.
Very big difference.
With the movie theaters, it's affecting an entire. And by pirating this movie with movie theaters, you're affecting, bottom line of a lot of productions and honestly, most of the time, it's going to be a hot take on my part here. They can afford it.
Also, to just put this out there, what John Campea was doing, and to clarify, and he did clarify this later on the show, he is not advocating for piracy. He's just saying he's no longer going to tell you not to. That's it. That's all it is. And that's a big fucking deal. Because he is one of those people that advocates emphatically, go to the theater, watch movies, keep the theater industry alive. Movie theaters are great. He doesn't feel that way anymore. You have taken one of your strongest allies and turned them against you. You have effectively Darth Vadered your Anakin Skywalker. Congratulations. Anyway, Hoshi, how do you feel about these piracy people getting arrested for illegal webtoon stuff over in South Korea? How do you feel about that?
I have a
Or
lot
do
of
you
things
even
to
have
say,
a
but I
dog in
don't
this
even.
race?
I don't know because like, I hate what webtoons does sometimes.
Okay.
Or just anything, or it's like, oh yeah, you can pay to like not have ads or to read as many stories as you want, but and then you get it, but oh, you still have to keep paying more and keep paying more and keep paying more, and it's like,
I mean,
at
it's
this
a
point, I can't
subscription
even afford to
service.
read. I can't. No, that's the thing. Like, if you subscribe to it and like you pay to subscribe to it, they'll you can
It
read it or
depend.
whatever.
It's
They still
also.
on top of that,
It also depends on
they'll be
the.
like,
It also depends on the platform that you use. If we're talking about Webtoon
well,
specifically, or are we talking about it?
any platform really, like they'll do that. They'll be like, okay, you can subscribe to like read all the stories you want until you get the subscription, and then they'll be like, oh no, now you have to pay for coins for these specific things.
Okay,
But it's
here's the
like,
thing. Here's the thing. When they say subscribe, it's not a paid subscription. You're not paying the It's kind of a, hey, we'll notify you when things like. It's like hitting a notification bell. You know, you're like, hey, I'm subscribing to this particular story because I want to know when a new chapter comes out. That's what the subscribe means on there. You're not paying.
I know what that means for webtoons, but I'm just saying like for things in general, like there's this one I read from, I forget what it's called, but like it's like, oh, you can subscribe and you'll have all the stories. You won't have to you won't have to do ads or pay or anything. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I get it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, for specific stories or sudden things you had, now you have to have coins and you have to buy the coins. And it's like, but I paid for the thing to not have to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
So why am I having to pay for that? And then on top of that, like I don't understand.
That seems like a shit company trying to do shitty things. That's what that seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I do with Tapas and with Tapas.io and with Webtoon, which are the two primary sources of my manhwa reading, or my Webtoon-esque comics. The subscribe feature is to just notify me when new stuff that I'm reading has dropped, and I know that if I do it on mobile, I'll get more chapters than if I read it on PC. And they have up to a certain amount, like there's usually like on Webtoon at least, there's like 8 ways to or there's like 8 more chapters, and you can watch an ad to read the chapter for free, or you could just pay like ink or coins or whatever to unlock the chapter if you don't want to watch the ad. And then like the most recent 3, if you want to read them, you have to pay for them, or you just wait till they come out and to the point that you can watch an ad and read them, or you wait until they're released publicly so that you can watch it without ads and all that stuff. But with Tapas, you literally just buy each individual chapter, but you can also get a chapter. You can unlock a chapter to read it, and then within like a certain amount of time, it locks back up. Yeah. So it depends. And to be fair, I argued against K-manga in the same way because I was used to how Shonen Jump does theirs, which is like a monthly payment, and you have access to the entire library of all their shit, and you read it if you want. You know, like whenever, however, you just have access to it. This is, and I prefer that model, but I also understand why K Manga does the other model, and it's because this way you are making sure that the money goes to the stories that you're interested in reading. So when you purchase a chapter on K Manga for a particular story, it's not part of a shared amount of money that goes to every different author that Kodansha represents. No, it goes to that specific author and that specific artist. So in a way, I understand that model, but no, I get where you're coming from on this. This turned into a bigger discussion than I was ready for, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sorry.
No, that was a good thing. That's a good thing.
It's one of the things that like seriously peeves me off.
You're good.
Like I just like don't like I understand, paying to read chapters, that's fine. But if they have a service where it's like, oh, you could pay this set amount and you don't have to worry about stuff like that, and then keep adding on top of it after you've already paid the thing, that's when I really start like
So
it's like, don't lie to me like that.
yeah, Fenris, remind me that I need to discuss a table and chairs after the show.
What?
Yes.
Yes. Alrighty. It's because I'm ADHD and I know that in the process of reading all this stuff, I'm gonna forget it, and it is important.
It's okay. I'm writing a sticky note now for it
Thank
because I
you,
know I'll
everyone.
forget it.
Thank you. All right. Crunchyroll to stream My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Rent a Girlfriend Season 4, and more anime. Crunchyroll announced on Friday at the industry panel during CCXP Mexico it will stream the following anime in July and October. A Couple of Cuckoos Season 2, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skills Season 2, dropping in October.
Yeah.
All right. We are going to be talking about this in a bit. It is a trailer we just recently watched. Clevates, July 2025. My Dress Up Darling Season 2, July 2025. Rent a Girlfriend. God, I need to catch up on that. Season 4, July 2025. Scooped Up by an S-Rank Adventurer. All right, that actually sounds pretty funny. July 2025. The one I've been waiting for, where a lot of the animators of Season 1 of Mushoku Tensei are working on this. Sentenced to be a Hero. October 2025.
The one we've both been waiting on because I fucking introduced it to you.
Yeah. What Tarikun's blank is about to collapse. July. Okay. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. I just wanted to put that out there. It's so cool. Yeah. All right, and of course, My Dress Up Darling, the official. I did not see the trailer out here. I apologize. But it's just a tiny little teaser. It's 21 seconds. It's not a huge amount of stuff, but I mean, it's more of what we've come to love from My Dress Up Darling. But the official website for the second anime season, based on blah 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 blah, based on the manga, announced on Tuesday that the series will premiere on July 5th at essentially midnight JST. Or effectively June 6th, because it's midnight, on Tokyo MX, BS11, Tochigiri TV, and Gunma TV. Of course they had to do it at that time. It's risque. The staff unveiled a new visual and a commercial. So we see the commercial there, and here is the visual. I'm very much looking forward to it. Crunchyroll will stream the anime as it airs. The manga inspired a television anime, blah, 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 blah. You know the deal. If you haven't seen My Dress Up Darling, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Go watch it. It's good. It's funny. It's wholesome. It's horny. It's all sorts of great things. I love Gojo, our shy boy, and his bestie for the restie, and her cosplay choice. I love how she's like, I want to cosplay. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. He's like, what do you mean you don't? Gojo is kind of the audience in many ways. It's so fun. I love it. All right, moving on. Okay, I picked this because I saw this image of like a drawn Chopper watching IRL Chopper, or I
Chopper
guess
watching
live
Chopper.
action. Yeah, Chopper on Chopper love. Who would? One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda posted comments about the second live action season soon after the season's 2026 premiere announced and first peek at Chopper on Sunday. Oda stated the key to season 2 is, of course, our weird talking animal. After extensive trial and refinement by the entire team, the day has come to finally unveil him here, Oda added. From his form and furs to his expressions and voice, and even lighting and gravity simulation, a world-class team brought together their skills together in bringing Tony Chopper to life. And now he's ready to be introduced to the world. Shortly after Oda's comments, the One Piece online spin-off project Choppers released an image of Tony Chopper watching himself in live action. I saw the picture, I thought it was cute, I wanted to share it. That's it. That's all there was to it. Okay, Hoshi, you want to talk about this one because it's just funny and weird and it's absolutely Japanese?
Which one?
The walk down the aisle in official Oshinoko wedding dresses and tux. Also, is it wrong? Okay, part of me is getting absolute glee from the fact that, okay, so you see the girl in the pink dress?
Mm-hmm.
That's Megumin.
Nice.
That's Rie Takahashi. Yeah.
Oh,
do you want to read this?
Yeah,
Go
sure.
for it.
All right, walk down the aisle in official Oshinoko wedding dresses and tux. The cast members Rei Takahashi and Takeo Otsuka
Mm-hmm.
modeled their attire for press conference. On Monday, the Oshinoko staff revealed a collaboration with designer Kyoko Hata for wedding dresses and tuxedo based on 6 Oshinoko characters. Rie Takahashi and Takeo Otsuka, the voices of Ai Hoshino and Aquamarine Hoshino, respectively, sported the rental attire for the collection's press conference. According to the Kyoko Hata website, the collection will incorporate the personalities and charm of Oshinoko characters Ai Hoshino, Aquamarine Hoshino, Ruby Hoshino, Kana Arima, Akane Kurokawa, and Memcho.
Yep, Memcho.
The collection features 7 styles and 8 outfits.
There we go. Also, I'd just like to point out something for those of you who know. If you know, you know. But also, specifically, I wanted to say something to the Fenris in the audience.
Wolf?
So, the people that they have photographed here in these suits are I and Aqua.
Yep.
I see dead people. All right. If you've seen episode 1, you know. That's all I'm saying. All right.
If you've read the manga, you know.
You know. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Ai's dresses, but I
I'm-
really like Ruby's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am more of a fan of Kana's. Like I love Kana's
Oh,
dress.
actually, yeah. I just scrolled down to see them, and yeah, I like them too. Oh, these ones are. Oh, I don't know how to feel about the yellow one.
All
Mm.
right. I almost okay. All right. So, Fenris, I would like to
Yep.
take a point to point out my restraint in this because god damn it was so enticing to put this as a title at one point. I almost wanted to say that the Dodgers replaced Gura with Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, LA Dodgers mark One Piece night with card game with Oda art. Ooh. Oh, with game card. Sorry, I don't know why I got that so backwards. All right. Toei Animation announced on Wednesday that ticket holders for the Los Angeles Dodgers One Piece night will receive a limited edition card for the One Piece card game. The card features a one-of-a-kind character art drawn by creator Eiichiro Oda to celebrate this special occasion. The card is first come, first served, and limited to one per person while supplies last. The latest One Piece night is set for July 3rd game against the Chicago White Sox at Dodger Stadium. The MLB notes the event will include a variety of One Piece activations in and around the stadium, and the Dodgers will give away One Piece co-branded straw hats to the first 40,000 ticketed fans in attendance, while supplies last at the guests' point of entry. The game will end with a drone show featuring fan favorite characters from One Piece. All right. Oh God, I don't want to read all this extra stuff at the bottom. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I can't wait to hear from people who went. If you go to the game, let us know. How was the event? I'm sure the baseball was fine, but like, how was the overall event of One Piece night? Want to know? Let me know. Also, if you were in Boston and you had One Piece night, let us know how that went. I'm curious. All right. Oh boy. Hoshi, you know how you were complaining about Webtoon related stuff?
Yeah.
Here we go. Webtoon service
Oh,
ends
no.
daily pass feature. Webtoon has recently quietly discontinued its popular daily pass feature. Readers recently noticed that episodes or chapters previously available through Daily Pass now require coins or sometimes viewing ads to unlock. Episodes from series that were previously available through Daily Pass now cost 3 coins each. Introduced in 2020, the Daily Pass feature allowed users to unlock 1 episode per day from completed series, with access lasting 14 days. The feature expanded to some ongoing titles in 2022. The feature was widely used to sample series without spending coins. Ad passes remain available for some series, but episodes unlocked that way will expire after 3 days. FastPass continues to offer early access to new chapters without expiration, but requires coins to unlock. ANN reached out to Webtoon Entertainment to ask why the Daily Pass feature was removed and received a reply with the same message as a notice to users that users within the app can access. Webtoon will no longer offer the Daily Pass feature as of May 29th. We're expanding new ways to access episodes of entire series. Readers now have 2 ways to enjoy their favorite titles beyond FastPass. Watch ads to unlock select episodes for free, or use coins to unlock entire series at once. No more waiting until the next day to read the next episode. Our paid experiences continue to support the work of our valued creators, and we thank our readers for their continued support. I mean, on the one hand, I can kind of see this is kind of taking money away from the creators, but also on the other hand, you greedy fucks.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at here. All right, who's the biggest fan of Lilo and Stitch here? Okay, good to hear.
What?
Who has seen Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
depends. You talking about the first movie, the
Yes.
second movie,
I'm talking
the
about the
TV
first movie.
series?
Wait, there was a second movie?
yes, there was.
There's a lot of movies.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm talking about the original Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here, go ahead and read the Lilo and Stitch thing. I forgot there was a trailer for this too. God damn it.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
Japanese comedian Tekken creates Ohana short anime for live-action Lilo and Stitch film. Walt Disney Studios Japan started streaming on Thursday a short animated video titled Ohana, Hawaiian term for family, created by Japanese comedian and illustrator Tekken for an upcoming screening of the live-action Lilo and Stitch film in Japan. The heartfelt video shows sisters Lilo and Nani struggle to stay together after losing their parents, and how their encounter with the troublesome alien Stitch shows the importance of the bond between Ohana. The live action Lilo and Stitch film will premiere in Japan on Friday. Tekken previously created flipbook animation videos for the Japanese promotion of Disney's films Big Hero 6 in 2014 and Star Wars The Force Awakens in 2017. That's it. That's a really short one.
That was, yeah.
Hmm. I mean, it's pretty cute. It's pretty short. I like the animation. You know, it's dope. It doesn't make me forget how crappy the live action movie was on some things. The reviews, it's funny how this is making so much money. But like again, if you're a kid and you didn't grow up with the original, you'll like this. If you grew up with the original, I think you're gonna hate the live action, or at least the ending. Uh, what they did to Jumba and what they did to Gantu, uh, and Pleakley, like that was bad. How it ended, I don't like the ending, even if I can semi understand it. I just don't like it. Um, Also, the people that were explaining some stuff it's some of the funniest explanations because she wants to go and be a marine biologist. I'm like, bitch, you're in Hawaii. They don't have one of the best marine biologist colleges in Hawaii. Seriously? All right. Anyway, we'll be here forever if I'm doing this. The one story that I know Moon was going to be bummed out for not being able to cover. Creepy Nuts to return for Call of the Night Season 2 anime's opening theme song in new trailer. For those of you that don't know, there's a series on High Dive. Yes, please watch more High Dive. They show nipple. They're not afraid of titties. The official website for the television anime of Kotoyama's Call of the Night, which is the series that season 1 is up on High Dive right now. And they did the music for that series. It was good. Manga began streaming on Friday. The main promotional video, and it reveals that Creepy Nuts will return to perform the opening theme song Mirage. The trailer previews the song. The manga is also getting a new short-term serialization titled Call of the Night Paradise in this year's 31st issue of Shokugan's Weekly Shonen Sunday on July 2nd. The new season will premiere on July 4th in the Noitamina programming block on Fuji TV and its affiliated channels through Japan. And it will run on Fridays at 11:30 p.m. or 10:30 a.m. EDT. The first season began broadcast blah blah blah. Okay, so it's going to be streaming on High Dive. This is one of those shows that I think we should watch next season. Like if we get together and just watch and review. The odds are, dude, the watches and reviews will probably replace the manhwa stuff if we have to. Like if it's easier instead of doing it, if we do it on Saturday afternoon as opposed to Wednesday afternoon.
Hmm?
We're never going to find a day that's best for everyone, so I'm just trying to find a day that's best for the most people. For us to just do anime reviews for next.
I hope
stuff.
you know how hard it's been to not just go
Not
and watch.
Solo Leveling? Yeah.
Yes!
I'm aware. Yeah. Oh, bitch. You only watched 2 episodes of the first season. You wait till you get to the first 2 episodes of season 2. All right. Clevates.
It's okay, Hoshi. By the time we all meet up for a KaiCon, you should be close to finishing season 1, which means we can just binge season 2 together.
On the wall.
Hooray!
On the wall with speakers.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah, we can have a theater style experience if we need to. All right,
It's
so
only about another 18 days away.
here's the
3.
thing. Here's the thing. We've got a trailer for a new series called Clevates, and this just looked fun. This looked good. This looked fun. This looked action. This had so
What-
much different stuff. I've never heard of this series, and I'm so fucking excited for it now.
One thing that stood out to me in this trailer is the medieval APC. Literally, that's what it is. You can't tell me otherwise.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know much about this. We just watched the trailer. We're like, fuck. I think we got to talk about this because this is good. And then I showed it to you guys, and I was like, all right, cool. Thank God I'm not alone. I thought this was really cool. Like, there's a lot of different things going on. I'm not exactly sure what's happening fully, but I'm invested. I'm confused, but invested. That is the best. That is my absolute best description right here. I'm confused, but invested.
I
Yes.
need to know more. I need
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, or as they so eloquently put in Starship Troopers, would you like to know more? Yes!
Urge to know more
Like-
intensifies.
Exactly, my urge to know more intensifies. Oh my god.
I love the art style. I love the animation. Like, oh.
Speaking of Starship Troopers, I love how much love Casper Van Dien has for Helldivers. That's beautiful.
He wanted to do a crossover
Yeah.
before, and he had to stop. He had to stop talks of it because there were two Starship Troopers events that are happening. One, Starship Troopers Extermination got its campaign where he reprises his role as Johnny Rico,
Yeah.
and he recorded as Johnny Rico again for the Starship Troopers VR game.
Yeah.
He had no time for a crossover event.
Oh, but now there could be. Could you imagine if we find out that the new president, because the president of Super Earth died, now the new elected president is like Casper Van Dien? He's not Johnny Rico, but we'll know. We'll know.
But remember the battle for Super Earth. Remembrance is Buenos Aires.
Yep.
So they are. It feels like they're purposely tying Starship Troopers into the Helldivers universe because they can.
Gotcha. Whew. Yeah, I mean, okay, so just going back to this, Cervantes or Clevates. Clevates looks so good. That just looks
It
so
does.
good. I'm looking for it. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know how much to talk about because I don't fully understand what's going on, and I kind of want to. I kind of want to just. Whew. I kind of want to just experience it.
I know, right?
Yep, I'm so here for it.
I feel like the next slots for animes are going to be very, very good. Very, very
Yeah,
good.
Everybody's like, "Oh,
this
Lilo
next
and
season is going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh my god, here we go, Hoshi. Night of the Living Cats.
More! Oh my goodness, yes! I love it so much. Yes! Next month is gonna be so good.
The staff for the television anime of Hawkman and Mecha Roots, Night of the Living Cat, also known as Night of the Living Cat, manga, posted the anime's main promotional video and main visual on Friday. The video announces more cast members and premiere information for the anime, and it also announces and previews the theme song. Yep, Night of the Living Cats. But yeah, there we go. I mean, I knew I didn't have to watch the trailer to get that information. They were just going to share it with us on this. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's getting later in the afternoon. Okay. Megan Thee Stallion appears at DreamCon in Bleach cosplay, which is funny because it's
Interesting.
Yoichi. American rapper Megan Thee Stallion appeared at DreamCon dressed as Bleach character Yorichi in Houston on May 30th. In an Instagram post, the rapper wrote, "Yorichi the Stallion at DreamCon at Dream Convention," with several pictures of herself in her Yorichi outfit. Stallion also posted 2 photos of her nails, which were painted as Bleach character Kon. Yep, that's Kon. Megan Thee Stallion appeared at the Power and Creativity Building, a brand that moves culture panel at DreamCon on May 30th. According to the DreamCon Instagram account, Stallion would share how she built a brand that's not only shaped culture, but continues to grow with intention and authenticity. The post further stated a mini cosplay contest would take place after the panel. And yeah, the Houston Chronicle newspaper noted Megan Thee Stallion made an exclusive announcement during her panel. The article states the rapper will receive an animated project on Amazon Prime Video in partnership with the Boondocks and Black Dynamite producer Carl Jones. Megan Thee Stallion described the project as anime, although no Japanese creators or studios have been announced for it. So, anime styled. Gotcha. And you know what? Not hating. She rocks that outfit, and I didn't even know they had cone nails. That's hilarious.
That is pretty damn awesome.
That is awesome. Girl, flirt your nerd. Just throw that nerd out there. Let everybody see it. Swag all over them. All right. Here's the one bit of sad news. You know we had to end on at least one bummer. Kaiju number 8 manga ends in 2 chapters. Shueisha Shonen Jump Plus website announced on Friday that Naoya Matsumoto's Kaiju number 8 manga will end in 2 chapters. The next chapter, 128, will launch on June 20th, and the 129th chapter will be the final one. Matsumoto launched the manga in July of 2020 on Shueisha Shonen Jump Plus website, and Shueisha published the manga's 15th compiled book volume on March 4th. Viz Media is releasing the manga in English, digitally, and physically. Shueisha also publishes the manga. Okay. Yeah, this is all backstory. So, yeah, sad, but that is the case. Fans of this series, please make sure to let us know how you feel when that volume comes out. I'll be one of them talking about it because I will be finishing up as well because I'm I think 4 chapters, 2 or 3 chapters behind. Yeah.
I need to watch the actual anime. I've yet to.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Brooke is a treat. All right. Any Kaiju Abridged chances? Danny, do you know how many things we're working on? Fuck no. Fuck no. Also, Danny, here's another thing. Do you know why it's taking so long for us to get content out there? Because we don't pull enough money. We don't pull enough money off of our Patreon to be able to pay everybody in the amount of time that would be required to get stuff out.
For a low measly payment of $5.99,
It's not $5.99. No, we have $1 tiers. You throw $1 at us, it helps. I mean, if you want to throw $5, we're grateful for that too.
For 99 cents, you too.
You too can help support a hungry fat dog. That part's actually
I just need
true.
like an eye, like in the arms of the angels, like just sad.
We don't need
puppy.
that. I don't need any of that. No. No. Good. That would be the funny part is we start out a Patreon ad like that and then I come in. No, none of that. How dare you? No emotional manipulation here. Get the fuck out of here. All right. You want to be a patron?
Yes.
Awesome. Appreciate it. We have tiers. $1, $5, $10, $15, $25, $50, and some crazy motherfuckers had us make 100. We don't know why, but we need your help. It's like, you just come in like that.
I actually kind of want that. I think we
You
need to
do?
do that. That'd
Yeah,
be funny.
We have been meaning to put together a new Patreon ad for a while. Just started like Make-A-Wish. Well, kind of, yeah. In the arms of the- Anyway.
And then just explosions. You no.
All right. That would be hilarious. No, it's absolutely what I would do. I'd be like, no, fuck that. No, get the fuck out of here. Also, Hoshi,
What I do?
do you play Helldivers?
I mean, if my computer can handle it, I have Helldivers too.
All right. So, funny story. There's a mod for Helldivers. When you set off a when you activate a Hell Bomb, there is now a Megumin mod where she will go through the full fucking unhinged rant, followed by explosion, and then boom.
I need to play this now.
Also,
I need
if
to
you
play this now.
if you shoot a Hell Bomb to make it go off, it skips the big preamble and just goes straight to explosion, and then boom.
Oh, that's so cool! I need to
Yeah.
play it now.
There's also another feature where you can get Miku to Hatsune Miku to do like the beam.
The Miko beam.
The
Miku
beam.
beam.
Yeah, the Miku beam when they do the orbital beam attack. It's so funny.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. All right, guys, that's it for us for Anime Church. I'm not 100% sure on whether we're going to do Subnautica RP tonight. We're missing some people, and that's okay. We did, we literally had Subnautica RP on Monday, just 2 weeks ago on Monday, but
One of the Subnautica.
we'll see. We shall see. I am not dying to jump back into Subnautica just yet, but you know, I can be convinced, I guess. But so up in the air. Keep an eye on the Discord, the Twitter, the community tab here on YouTube. We'll let you know if we are doing that. If not, if you hear nothing from us, that means we're not. And we'll see you guys again on Monday for more Mushoku Tensei light novel readings. All right? Take care, guys, and bye-bye for now.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Goodbye.
Why am I ending it like it's a regular-ass show? This is Anime Church. Duh. Yeah, guys, I'm Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
Wait, I'm Nugget. You're none of Nuggies.
And I am Fenrisaru, your patron saint to snackos and alcohol.
And now we will see you guys later. Take care and bye-bye for now.
Later.
Bye.